All right, fourth graders. Obviously, I did not do a very good job of teaching you this box method. So today, our I can statement is I can continue to learn the box method. This is exactly what you did on Tuesday when you were virtual. I'm just going to explain this a different way. If you feel comfortable that you can do the box method, then I want you to go ahead and skip the video and you can work on the independent work by yourself. However, if you're not feeling comfortable or if you don't understand, I want you to watch the video again because our skills today are going to build on the skills for later this week. So let's work on a problem together. Let's work on the problem 5 divided by 62. And for the box method, I need to put my bigger number inside of the box, and I need to put my smaller number on the outside. So I'm going to set up my problem just like this. Here's where I don't think I did a very good job of explaining. The first thing I need to do, or step 1, is to think about how many times can 5 go into the number 6 without going over. Well, let me just switch colors here, and let me put my times tables right over here on this problem. So I can start over here with 5 times 0, and that's going to be 0. Well, that doesn't equal 6. So I need to move on to my next multiplication, which is 5 times 1, which is 5. Well, that's not quite 6 yet. So let's go on to my next multiplication, 5 times 2, which is 10. But 10 is going to be too many because I only need 6. So here's the one I'm going to have to settle for. I'm going to have to settle for it goes in 1 time. So I'm going to put my 1 right at the top here. Now 5 times 1 is 5. So I need to place that number underneath and I need to subtract. When I subtract, I get 1 left over. Now with that 1, I can slide that all the way over here, which makes this number become 12. Now I need to think about how many times does 5 go into 12? Well, let's go back over here to my multiplications. Now, 10 isn't enough. I need to have 12. So if I add my next multiplication, which is 5 times 3, that equals 15. So if I put a 3 right here, that's going to be too much. 15 is bigger than 12, so I can't put that right there. I have to settle for only 2 times. So I'm going to put 2 at the top there. And now my next step is to multiply 5 times 2, which is 10. And again, I need to subtract both of those. When I subtract, I get 2 left over. Now this is actually going to become my remainder because there's no other number over here. So that would be my remainder of 2, which would be my answer. So at the top of my problem, I could put 12, remainder 2. Let's try another one the same way we did this with figuring out the multiplications. That might make more sense. Let's do another problem. First, I need to write my problem, and then I need to set up the equation. Let's do 8 and 71, or 71 divided by 8. So again, I need to set up my problem by starting out with a box. I need to put my big number on the inside and my small number on the outside. This time I need to think about how many times does 8 go into 7? Well, let's start with my 8 times tables. So I'm going to start with 8 times 0, and I know that that's 0. But I need to get to 7, so that one's not going to work very well. How about 8 times 1? which is 8. Uh-oh, now I'm in trouble because 8 is bigger than the 7. So technically, I can't really do how many times does 8 go into 7. I'm going to have to settle for 0 as my answer there. I need to then multiply 8 times 0, which is 0, which means I still have 7 left over. Now what I need to do is I need to slide my 7 over to this column, and now I need to do the same thing, or I need to ask myself the same question. How many times does 8 go into 71? So I'm going to keep working on my multiplications over here to see how many I need to get to 71 without going over. Let's try it. 8 times 2 is 16. Well, that's not going to be enough, so let's add another. How about 3? Is 3 going to be enough? 8 times 3 is 24. So that's not going to be enough. How about 4 times? 8 times 4 is 32. Well, I'm still not to 71 yet, so I need to keep going. 8 times 5 is 40. 40 is still less than 71, so I need to keep going. 8 times 6 is 48. Still not enough. 8 times 7 is 56. Still not enough. 8 times 8 is 64. I'm getting close, but still not enough. 8 times 9 is 72. Uh-oh. 72 has too much. I only need to get to 71. So I actually have to do groups of 8. Asking myself again, how many times does 8 go into 71 without going over? And that would be 8 times. So now after all that thinking, I need to do 8 times 8, which we did down here, and that's 64. Then I need to subtract both of these numbers. I'll need to borrow from the tens column, and I'll need to make this into an 11. 11 take away 4 is 7, and 6 take away 6 is 0. So this becomes my remainder, since there's nothing else I can do by moving this over. So remainder 7, which means 71 divided by 8 is 8 with a remainder of 7.